What if everything you've been taught about becoming your best self is actually what's holding you back? What if the endless search for improvement is the very thing keeping you from feeling whole? We've been sold a story that says, fix yourself, perfect yourself, optimize every inch of your being, and then, maybe then, you'll be worthy. But what if the truth is the opposite? What if the key isn't in becoming someone else, but in unbecoming? Everything you were never meant to be? Before we dive into this, hit that subscribe button and turn on the equad notification bell. Because this channel isn't here to give you another productivity hack. It's here to walk with you through the kind of inner work that changes everything. Let me tell you a story. For years, I lived with this quiet ache. On the outside, people saw success. They said, "You're doing great." But on the inside, I was crumbling. There was this voice whispering, "You're not enough. You're not doing it right. You're pretending." And worse than the voice itself was that I believed it. I chased success like it was oxygen. Books, masterminds, early mornings, ice baths, supplements. All of it in service to a single goal: be better, do more, be someone worthy of love and peace. But the more I chased, the more I lost myself. And maybe you've felt that too. Like there's a constant loop in your head telling you, keep going, you'll be happy when you get the job, when you lose the weight, when you hit the number, when they finally love you back. But what if that's the greatest lie we've ever been sold? That fulfillment is somewhere out there, in a future version of you, in something you still have to earn. The real journey isn't about adding more, it's about peeling back the layers that were never you in the first place. Give this video a like if something in your chest just whispered yes. And let me know in the comments. Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right, but still felt empty? Let's talk about the moment everything changed for me. A friend reached out and said, "I think you need to meet someone. They hold ceremonies. It's different from anything else." I hesitated, but something in me was ready to surrender, to stop controlling the process. When I arrived, I didn't know what to expect. He looked at me and said, "What if I told you this isn't a drug? It's known as the God molecule." One breath. That's all it took. I felt like I was shot into space, light speed through a tunnel of everything and nothing. I wasn't me anymore. There were no memories, no ego, no identity, just light, just presence, just God. And I don't mean God as an idea, not the one you study in books or hear about in sermons. This wasn't a theory. This was a visceral knowing, not in my mind, in every fiber of my being. And here's the part no one tells you. When you return, the world feels different. Your old conversations don't make sense. Your old goals seem shallow. It's like coming home after living in someone else's skin for years. You don't become enlightened. You remember you were never anything else. If you're still with me, thank you. Tap like this video. Let's keep going deeper. Here's what I've come to believe. We're born radiant, open, trusting. We come into this world glowing with divine essence. But then, life happens. We get hurt. We hear, "You're too much," or "You're not enough." We adapt, we armor up, we create these identities to protect ourselves, the achiever, the caretaker, the overthinker, the strong one. But those identities, they're not who we are. They're survival strategies. And at some point, they stop working. They become the prison, not the protection. And so the real work begins. Not to destroy the ego, but to soften it, to gently loosen its grip, to remember what it was hiding. And here's where psychedelics come in, not as a magic pill, not as a fix, but as a catalyst. These aren't escapes, they're encounters. Encounters with the parts of yourself you've been running from. The sadness, the grief, the brilliance, the joy, the truth. They don't show you who to become. They show you who you've always been. But no, it's not a one-time thing. No experience, no matter how powerful, can replace the daily devotion to living in truth. Integration is everything. Because the real ceremony is life, the relationships, the triggers, the everyday moments where you choose love over fear. So many of us are addicted to healing, addicted to growth, thinking if we just do one more retreat, one more session, we'll finally arrive. But maybe there's nowhere to get to. Maybe you're not a problem to solve. Maybe you're a mystery to remember. Maybe the greatest work is not in becoming something new, but in unbecoming everything that was never really you. Thank you for being here. If something in this message stirred something in your soul, go check out the other videos on this channel. There's more waiting for you. See you soon.